The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Local sports now.
It's the 302 Sports Friday night downstate game of the week. Welcome to Delaware's premier high school football pregame show, brought to you by Sodell Concepts, 12 chef-driven restaurants on the culinary coast in southern Delaware. Now let's go live to your host of the Sodell Concepts pregame show, Benny Mitchell.
Local sports.
Hello, everybody. Benny Mitchell here alongside Scott Kammerer. Welcome to Briggs Stadium and the Sodell Concepts pregame show on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. It's week 5 here in Delaware in the midseason mark, and we're going to start seeing teams going in different directions. A point where, in some cases, the cream is going to start to rise to the top, while others will begin to try to salvage a season. After the next 2 weeks, we'll begin to start talking state tournament berths. We have a special Thursday night game with the Sussex Central Golden Knights, 3-1, making the trip here to Old Millie, where the Milford Buccaneers at 2-3 await. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Scott Kammerer. Scott, just like Hurricane Ian last week, the Milford Bucks came out like a storm in their first 2 games of the season, putting up 60 points in wins over Cambridge, South Dorchester, and North County. But in the last 3 weeks, it has stalled. A 52-26 loss to Lake Forest, 35-7 to Delmar, and then last week the Bucks offense was shut out at Red Lion. A tough 3-game road trip for Milford. Meanwhile, Sussex Central, they jumped out to a 3-0 start with 3 strong defensive performances, and then came the bye week, followed by last week's 22-0 loss to number 2 ranked Smyrna. Scott, I had to go back 8 years to find the last time the Golden Knights were held scoreless. I feel like we're in a spot where a bye week may have, in one way, hurt a team, and the other way could benefit a team right now.
Yeah, Benny, I think we're going to see how people respond to really getting punched in the mouth. I mean, both these teams had a rough week last week. Sussex Central definitely struggled against Smyrna. You're looking at a lot of mistakes. And really, Benny, the Smyrna RPO and their vertical game was strong. Smyrna got really good play out of their offensive and defensive line, so the battle of the trenches was definitely won. But I have to tell you, I feel good about Sussex Central. I think they're in good shape for the season. They had 3 good wins. They lost to the number 2 team. But the team I'm kind of worried about, to be honest, is Milford. I think they're headed in the same direction as last year. I think they got hot early with out-of-state, and then they're kind of fizzling down the stretch. So if this is a must-have game for anybody, this is Milford. I think Milford has the biggest mountain to get up for sure. But they have the players. They have the schemes. They have a really experienced coaching staff with Coach Strickland and his team. So I look for good things from him. I think this is going to be an exciting game, but I think you're 100% right. This is going to tell you which way these seasons are going. Are you going to start fizzling, or are you going to start speeding up for the playoffs?
John Wells leads the Golden Knights into his 27th season. He reached his 200th win 2 weeks ago. The Knights are at mid-season form, and we're starting to see where the backfield is forming into where Coach Wells likes it. Andrew Long, P.J. Henry, and Malik Bell are emerging. 10 rushing touchdowns between them. The passing game is not quite there yet. Quarterback T.J. Morris has only thrown for 232 yards and a pair of TDs, but he's only thrown 2 interceptions as well. So the passing game hasn't beat them. Linebackers Chris Shields and Justin Negrone are among the leading tacklers. Just what a coach wants to see is his linebackers leading the way in tackles. Sussex Central dropped from 3 to 4 in the Delaware Live Class AAA rankings. And Scott, I don't think it's just the loss that caused that. I think that's being shut out and being beat by 3 scores is probably caused the drop in the rankings.
Yeah, and if you really look at the tape for that game against Smyrna really had their way with them, and I think those 22 points probably scared the ranking committee, threw the algorithm off for sure. But Sussex Central is going to get back on track. They're going to do it with defense. They're going to do it with their wing offense, with misdirection, and they're going to do it with solid coaching, and they're going to do it with not making a lot of mistakes, being solid. And as the offense goes, the guards go. So in the wing T offense, Ivan Neal and the other guards, it's going to go how they go. They're mobile, they're hostile, and they're agile, and they're looking to get back on top in this game against Milford.
The Bucks head coach Sean Strickland, Milford is proof of how tough the Class AA District 3 is. After an impressive 2-0 start against 2 Maryland teams, the Bucks began in-state play with 3 district games, all of them on the road, all of them losses. In the last 3 games, they have allowed an average of 42 points a game on defense, while the offense, they were also shut out last week. And the Bucks, they have weapons. You alluded to it. Daenerys Horsey, Elijah Lake, Andrew Kravitz, Ryan Mejia, Keith Owens, and Juwan Saturn. If Milford can get the ball to bounce their way a few times, they have the personnel to cause problems for defense. The Bucks need to establish a ground game here tonight, so a playmaker like Kravitz can be utilized later in the game. And I also, when I got to starting lineups, I noticed where they're making a switch at quarterback. They're going to bring Hudson in at quarterback, and that moves Mejia out. So now a defense has to cover 2 sides of the field as opposed to 1.
Yeah, looking at the Milford Bucks, I think they got to get the ball to Kravitz. I think they got to get the ball to the playmakers and let them make plays. And for Milford, it's all about the stars. Let the stars be stars. I think Desmond Alduje can be a difference maker in this game, and he's got to be able to make plays. Milford absolutely needs to stay the course. They need to be who they are. But I love that Coach Strickland's making adjustments. One of the great things about having a team and a young team is you can make an adjustment. You don't have to have the same lineup every week. Keep Mejia on the field. Keep them doing different things. But get some different guys into the mix. So I'm all for that. And I think that getting the ball to Andrew Kravitz is definitely the way to go, Benny.
Folks, getting ready to come up, the Milford Buccaneers and the Sussex Central Golden Knights. We're going to take our first commercial break here. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the Arena's Deli's Players to Watch. We'll be right back after these commercial timeouts.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
And welcome back to Briggs Stadium. It's time for our Arena's Deli Players to Watch. Arena's Deli, 6 locations. The original location downtown Rehoboth Beach. Arena's Cafe on Highway 1 Rehoboth. In Lewis at the Village of 5 Points. At the airport Georgetown. Milford and the new Arena's Pub on Highway 1 in Lewis. I guess that could also be considered Rehoboth too. It's right there by Route 24. Folks, we're going to start with the Sussex Central Golden Knights, and the players to watch here tonight is we're going to start with number 1, P.J. Henry. We kind of go to him every week. 196 yards rushing, 172 receiving, 156 return yards, 524 total yards on the season with 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, Benny, and he's a balanced attack. I mean, if he was an offense unto himself, he'd be pretty balanced with 172 yards in the air and 172 yards on the ground, 524 total with 5 touchdowns. Hey, listen, this kid has got the makings of a star, and Sussex Central has a 3-headed monster, and he's really at the head of that for their attack right now. So P.J. Henry, he's a good guy to have on the team, and I think he's a potential star in the making for this team.
Number 18, Justin Negrone, a linebacker, 33 tackles on the season. He's second on the team in tackles with 2 tackles for loss. Also, the younger brother of the one-time state champion, Josh Negrone from Sussex Central.
Yeah, and Justin Negrone is coming into his own as an athlete here. We watched his brother was in 2 state finals and won 1, and he really set the tone for that family. So Justin, actually, what Sussex Central's been doing is kind of running like an odd front and using their guys to eat up, using their D linemen to eat up the blockers and let the linebackers flow and scrape and get to the ball. And number 18 has been making those tackles. So You alluded to it before, but when you're a head coach, the best thing you could ever see is your D-line, your middle linebackers are eating up all your tackles, and that's what you see happening right now with number 18, Justin Negron.
And finally, Reef Steen, number 6. He's tough on both sides of the ball. 9 receptions for 135 yards with a touchdown. And, Scott, he has 4 interceptions on the season. They're only going into their 5th game.
Yeah, this kid's got sticky hands, and we've seen him make a couple plays, kind of some over-the-shoulder stuff. We saw him make a one-handed catch. He's looking to be a one-man highlight show here after a while. He made one over-the-shoulder catch against Smyrna. I was like, man, it looked like an SEC play. So he's shown real flashes of brilliance, and he could be a difference maker. And against Smyrna, they just couldn't capitalize on some of the mistakes that he helped facilitate for him. But we're hoping that for tonight, Reef Steen could really be a difference maker for Sussex Central.
And I was saying when I was watching this film, well, offense or defense, you throw this ball in the air, he's catching it.
He's catching. He's got sticky hands.
So let's go to the Milford Buccaneers, and we're going to start with number 1, Ryan Mejia. Ryan Mejia he was an all-district wide receiver last year. He went to quarterback. I have to give the kid credit. You know, here he is looking to go to college. He's a senior. He was all-district out of one position, and to help his team, he moved to another position. That says a lot about just him in character. Tonight, we're going to see him on the receiving end.
Yeah, and to be honest, if I'm a college coach, his stock goes up for that because he's playing kind of out of position, and he did what he needed to have, and he did a really solid job. But I think that Coach Strickland's thinking maybe he can add some more element of surprise. And for Milford to win, Mejia's got a ball out tonight, Benny. He's got a ball out and make plays and be in the right place at the right time, and he's a kid that can make it happen.
Yeah, when we saw him in the Lake Forest game, he was the punter and the kick returner, so it's good to get him at a wide receiver spot. Another guy we're going to talk about, just an all-around great athlete, A.J. Kravitz, number 2. I mean, he was a threat when he was only in a one-receiver package. Now you're going to have to defend him. You have to defend both sides of the field now, which could make Andrew Kravitz dangerous.
And I got to tell you, get that man the ball. Let him go vertical. Let him go some deep outs. Let him do a dig route, which is a deep in. Let's get this guy the ball and let him make plays. Some of the games we've done earlier where we've seen them play, and we've been saying the same thing, get that man the ball and let him make it happen.
And he'll be wearing number 0 tonight. Their new jerseys have come in. And number 50 tonight will be Desmond Aladuge. He will be a Blue Devil next year. He's going to Duke. That alone tells you what kind of a kid this is. He's obviously as good in the classroom as he is on the edge rush.
Yeah, and he's smooth. He's got a lot of different moves. He's been actually doing some rips. I saw him do a couple swims. He's been doing a lot of different moves. And what I like about him is that he's got a high motor. And we were watching him on film, and he had a different number, and he was a different number. I was like, oh, my God, now they got 2 of them.
Right,
so
right.
I was kind of blown away for a second until I realized he just switched numbers. So he has to play for them, and he's got to be the star that he is. And it just goes to show you he's ACC guy, going to a big school, going to a big program, high academics, and on the field here tonight. It's coming towards the end of his senior year, so if a big game is ever going to happen, it's going to happen tonight.
So, folks, that is your Arenas Deli players to watch. 6 locations downstate. You're watching the Sussex Central High School Band, Sights and Sounds. We're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, me and Scott are going to break down the X's and O's for tonight's game.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
And welcome back to Milford. At Milford High School, you're watching the Soto Concepts pregame show on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. We're getting closer to the kickoff for tonight's downstate game of the week. It's on a Thursday night this week as as we've known over the past couple of years, the referee shortage causing some games to be moved to Saturday and Thursday. But it's time for tonight's X's and O's. Let's talk about what the Golden Knights have to do to be successful. And Scott, I think number one, put last week behind you, get the train back on the tracks, control the trenches, force Milford to throw the ball tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, look, last week. You got to have a short memory, and you got to be ready to play ball. I think that was an anomaly. That was a little bit of a one-time deal for them. I think you're going to see a different Golden Knights team come out. They looked real focused in warm-ups. They look ready to go. They have good senior leadership. They have good captains. They got good coaching. And I think you're going to see a different team here tonight, Benny.
And for the Milford Bucks, what do they need to do tonight? Limit the penalties and establish offensive drives. Not establish your offense, establish some drives. No big plays on defense. Get off the field on third down.
And I think that's the most important thing. They have to get the momentum. They have to stop Sussex Central. They can't let those belly dives and that set up the tone for later for the misdirections and the play actions and all that stuff. They have to stop the dive, and they have to stop it right away, and they have to get off the field.
Folks, when we come back, one more commercial break. We'll come back. We're going to talk about our rankings and get ready for tonight's game. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Looking to stay cool this summer?
At Barclay Heating and Air, we're dedicated to keeping your home comfortable year-round.
Family owned and operated, we provide trusted residential heating and cooling services to customers across Central Delaware. Our experienced technicians offer reliable maintenance and repairs on all major brand HVAC systems. From air conditioners and ductless systems to heat pumps and furnaces, we also sell and install top quality units. No matter your needs, we're committed to getting the job done right with honest and timely service you can count on. Invested in our community, we're proud to help families in more ways than one, sponsoring and donating to many local programs and organizations throughout the area for dependable HVAC services. Give us a shout or a bark at Barclay Heating and Air.
And welcome back to Delaware Live Sports Downstate Game of the Week, powered by 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell. Providing color tonight's game is my partner, Scott Kammerer. Trey Mitchell, Matt Westcott on the camera. Dave Marvel is our statistician. Your halftime and postgame stats brought to you by Ace Handyman, located in Dover. Ace Handyman covers Kent, Sussex County, as well as southern Newcastle County. Call Nick Pillar today for your fix-it-up needs. Scott, let's look at the Super 7 rankings. I'm going to start with triple or single A. Laurel remains number 1. St. Elizabeth stays at number 2. Odessa moves from 4 to 3. Wilmington Charter from 7 to 4. Tatnall stays at 5. Seaford drops from 3 to 6 with that loss to Indian River last week. And St. Andrews at number 7. Moving on to double A. Howard, we had a tie actually we had 3 votes each for first place. Howard able to squeak it out. They're the number 1 ranked team in the state in Class double A. Wilmington Friends moves from 4 to 2. St. Mark's 3. Caravel at 4, moving up from 5. Archmere drops from 2 to 5, losing 2 games in a row. Lake Forest at 6. Newark at 7. Scott, you want to take away the AAA? It was where one of our teams is at tonight.
Absolutely. So Middletown remains in first. Smyrna's 2. Dover moving up from 4 to 3. They've had some big wins. Sussex Central drops down to 4. Sleazy Adams 5. Appoquinimink moves from 7 to 6 and switches places with St. George's, who's 7 this week and was 6 last week.
Right, they matched up last week, Appo with the win. We're approaching kickoff, folks, so it's time to check our playing conditions. With the turf report, we're playing on brand new sprint turf. They've only played 1 football game on this stuff. It is an excellent brand new condition. Kickoff, 64 degrees at kickoff, 2-mile-an-hour wind, so not going to be like we had last week with the flags blowing straight ahead. I'd like to take a moment to thank some of our sponsors for this year. Barclay Heating and Air. Barclay Heating and Air, Scott, was our original sponsor back 6-7 years ago. Capstone Homes, Ace Hardware Handyman, Juwan Johnson State Farm, Arena's Deli, Active Pest Solution, Louis Pizza, Lasher's Barbecue, Sodell Concepts, 12 chef-driven restaurants on the culinary coast in southern Delaware. Did I do that all right?
Absolutely.
Did it good.
Absolutely. Hey, better than me, buddy.
All right. Sunbelt Rentals and Grandpa Max. So I don't think we've done the coin toss yet. Milford coming out, Scott, honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the pink jerseys.
Yeah, and I love the pink jerseys because the idea is to say, hey, why are those guys wearing pink jerseys?
Right. And we'll say, because it's Breast Cancer Awareness
That's
Month.
right. Raising awareness. And, Benny, looking at this field, I agree. I think it's a sprint field, and I feel like I can run fast on this field.
Run fast or run fast from somebody?
I'm at the point in my life I don't run.
Don't run, man.
Yeah, I'm better standing and confronting. But, yeah, this field is incredible. I mean, it's just incredible.
As I got late in my career in law enforcement, somebody asked me one time, how do you still chase criminals? I said, I don't. That's why we hired all these young guys.
That's right. That's right. They bring them to me. They go get them and bring them back.
I just tell them where they went.
That's it.
So the captains are walking out to midfield as Aladugue, Mejia, Horsey, and Kravitz, and the numbers from Sussex Central I can't quite see. They're wearing yellow. That's going to be a problem tonight. Yellow numbers on white jerseys. But Scott's got binoculars, so he'll be able to help us out here a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of my strong suits.
That's why we hired you. Somebody said you had binoculars. I said, well, get that guy in here.
I actually have a second pair that I can lend out. Yeah, we have 42, 2.
Okay, so 42, that is Jaden Dorsey. 2 is Garrett Statler.
And Aldugue is blocking the other 2.
Yeah.
And he's blocking out the ref. Looks like Milford has choice, Benny.
And they are going to defer.
And we talked about that. It used to be you took the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that changed with the ability that Steen is one of the captains.
Yeah, Steen. It looks like 52.
And that will be Ivan Neal.
Yeah, Ivan Neal, another successful wrestler for Sussex Central.
That's correct. Another guy we're going to call out tonight, Gabe Cannon. Some of their upper weights. So, folks, we are ready for some football, waiting for the national anthem.
And, Benny, you should talk about we're going to be on the lookout for a pest of the game.
Brought to you by Active Pest Solutions. And a lot of people ask me if that's a positive award or a negative award. Pest of the game is just the guy that got in your craw all game. You had to call the exterminator. And sometimes he doesn't get there in time.
When you're a football coach, if a guy's a pest, and as long as he's not on your team, it's a positive thing for the other team. Yeah.
And then our Louis Pizza player of the game. Here come the Sussex Central Golden Knights. On the road for the second week in a row. And the Milford band, well, that's the Sussex Central band. Bucks not bringing their big Buccaneer out here tonight.
Yeah, usually they come out of the helmet with smoke.
That's right.
And then they usually carry the flag. They kind of walked out quietly. Maybe they're all business. Mm-hmm. Briefcases.
And here come the Milford Buccaneers.
Up. Yeah, it's number 3, Jawan
Saturn.
Carrying the flag.
I know. I don't know how to do it here. I know at Delaware there's an honor to carrying the Delaware flag out onto the field. 2 weeks ago, Nolan Henderson brought out the flag, former Smyrna quarterback.
And he was a wrestler.
Yes, he was. That is correct.
So his junior year, right?
Maybe sophomore year, once he realized where his talents really lied. And so, folks, we're going to cut away for the national anthem. I think it's going to be played by the Milford Buccaneer Band. We'll be right back.
Please remove your helmet. The flag is there by the Buccaneer ship.
And anthem played by the Milford High School Band.
Really a great rendition.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Nice and slow and hit the crescendos. Then the motorcycle went by and got a little bit of everything in there. So here we go. The Milford Buccaneers in the burgundy helmets, pink jerseys, and burgundy pants. They'll be going from left to right on your screen, kicking off. Sussex Central to receive. Royal blue helmets, white jerseys, royal blue pants, going from right to left. Teeing up the ball, number 2, Nicene Legros.
Yeah, and Henry's all the way back for Sussex Central, and he's a dangerous returner. We've seen him break off some stuff, so we'll see what kind of kicking game and special teams Milford's going to start off with. And we say it all the time, defense gets you there, but special teams and mistakes wins the games.
So the ball is on the tee. And Milford looks like they're going to shade to the near side of the field. It's where all their guys are.
Usually when you have 2 guys back, you either try and split it and make them work for it, or like in this case, kick it to one of the up backs.
And
but
that's going to
out of bounds. Yeah.
Well, let's set the Sussex Central offense. At left tackle, Rich Bolden. Ivan Neal at the left guard. Colin Tucker at center. Wyatt Hellens at right guard. Matt Harmon at right tackle. Your quarterback is T.J. Morris. Running backs are P.J. Henry and Andrew Long. Malik Bell at fullback. Kyle Custis at tight end. And Reef Steen at the wide receiver. Sussex Central, Scott, coming out no huddle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we said it before, is that in this wing T offense, the guards, they show where the action goes, and where the guards go, you go. So you really can't be too fooled by it. You got to watch where the guards go. Don't get fooled by the razzle-dazzle.
Here we go, first play of the game, T.J. Morris under center. Wing T formation. And it's going to be P.J. Henry, and he slips, regains his feet, and gets about a yard. Let's set the Milford defense. At the ends, Ethan Wilkins and Desmond Aladuge. At the tackles, Le'Veon White and JBN Purnell. At nose guard, Josue Gomez. Your outside linebackers are Daenerys Horsey and Charles Shorts. Your Mike linebacker, Aston Hudson. Your corners, Ryan Mejia and Wooderson Alexander. And your safety, Keith Owens.
Yeah, right off the bat, Milford's really packing the box. I mean, they had 6 guys on the line, 3 linebackers, and 1 safety deep.
I talked to John Wells this week, and he said that was a concern of his. That's going to go to number 23, Chris Shields, on the toss. He picks up a couple on plays. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
So what that means is if they're going to pack the box like that and try and stop it like we talked about, got to stop that those early dives to take away the misdirection later on. Maybe Coach Wells goes to the pass earlier.
Or,
I mean, he's got
or something they don't show a lot of that they do have is that counter crisscross or the reverse.
Yeah, and we've said it before. Usually coaches don't allow that crisscross stuff till later in the season, but Coach Wells is confident enough. He's been doing it.
3rd and 6 for the Golden Knights. Wing T formations. Steen split wide to this side. Motion comes.
Yeah, they got 10 guys in the box and 1 free
Guard
safety
trap.
playing over top. Yeah.
And that's going to be enough for a Sussex Central first down. I believe that might have been Shields on the carry. First and 10 for the Golden Knights. Ball at the 50.
One of the things about the wing T offense is you try and get the defense to react to something you're doing. It's like setting up the heavy right with the left jab.
Right.
So Coach Wells is jab and jab and jab and then looking for weakness. And he's going to come back with a big uppercut.
Ball on the ground, but it's picked up by Shields. And he's going to pick up about 7 on the play.
Sometimes those broken plays, the guys end up making more because it freezes the linebackers, and they're looking for what's going on, or they're thinking it's a misdirection, but it's just a mistake and the ball's on the ground. He picks it up and picks up 7. Best carry of the night.
2nd and 4.
And
So I see they got Shields starting. They usually bring in Malik Bell to so he can play some defense as well.
And they're moving quick. I mean, they're not burning up much time on the clock whatsoever.
And it's going to be P.J. Henry, nowhere to go. He may have even lost a yard on that play.
Yeah, and that's number 66 on the tackle, Le'Veon White. Big play by the sophomore.
He's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5. Oh, make a loss of 2 on the play. So 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah, Milford's almost looking like they're playing an odd front where they're just trying to fill the gaps and get in there and outnumber the blockers at Sussex Central and try and be in the backfield. Not a bad strategy, Benny.
Third down for the Knights, tight formation. Motion comes to the near side. It's going to be speed sweep with Andrew Long. And they have stretched it out, but he's going to get it the first down. Stays on his feet, and he's down inside the 35. First down for the Knights.
Yeah, that's tackled by number 7, Keith Owens. And he saved a play there because they had it bottled up for a second, but Long found the seam. He let it get stretched out. He followed his blockers. He let there be an opening, and he let it come to him instead of trying to force it and overrunning that. He really let the whole thing play out, Benny. That was a really nice play.
First and 10 for the Golden Knights. Ball at the Milford 34. Wing T formation. And it's going to be up the middle. Another guard trap with Shields, and he's just kind of dicing and slicing his way through there, Scott.
Yeah, and that's Alduge again on the tackle, but downfield quite a few. So, that's not a good sign for Milford that this is a good-looking opening drive, and this is what we said Milford did not want to have happen. They needed to stop him and get off the field in 3 downs.
Gain of 8 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2. And I said, Scott, the first 6 minutes of this game is going to kind of tell us how this goes.
Yeah, and it looks like Sussex Central shaking off last week.
P.J. Henry again off the right side. Has some running room inside the 20, and he's down to about the 15-yard line. First down for the Knights, and we're in the Lasher red zone.
Yeah, that was quick to get into the red zone.
Shorts makes the tackle. We do have a player down.
Yeah, that was tackled by number 6, Charles Shorts. And
it's Henry, but he gets up, walks off the field. He's not happy.
Yeah, so he kind of worked his way down, and then when he had that little opening, he exploded through and picked up the first down. They went down kind of awkward. The 3 of them kind of went down in a bunch, and their limbs got all tangled up. But I think he's going to be okay.
PJ reminding us a little bit of Johnson last week from Delmar. That same running style, hits the hole quick and then tries to get to the sideline.
Yeah, and it's taken more than an arm tackle to bring him down.
Ball at the 15-yard line, and that's a handoff to Shields again, and he's going to take it down inside the 5 for another Sussex Central first down.
Yeah, and Shields is really carrying the load here early on. 23, Christopher Shields, he's a senior, and he's starting to pick up some steam and be part of that 3-headed monster.
You'll see he'll start the game, and then once he has to play some defense, you'll probably see Malik Bell come in. Malik Bell had a big touchdown run against Hodgson. Ball at the 4-yard line. First and goal for the Knights. And it's Shields again. Little fullback lead. And he's going to pick up about a yard on the play. Second down and goal.
Yeah, it looks like they're on about the 3-yard line, and they're looking to punch it here in quick. I mean, 6:47 left in the first quarter. This is about as good of a start as Coach Wells could have hoped for.
Ball on the 3.
I mean, the defense that Milford came out with, they came out to stop the run, and they haven't been able to. So let's see if they could tighten up here.
Shields again changes direction. Hit at the line by number 8. And I don't have an 8.
I think that's a 9, Elijah Lake. But, yeah, that was a big play.
That's an 8, and there is no 8 on it.
Yeah, that's a big play, Benny, and that's really what you needed right there for someone to step up.
Gain of a yard on the play. So sorry, Mr. and Mrs. 8. We do not. We'll try to get a name for you. So the ball at the 2. Third and goal for the Golden Knights. They're going to go full house backfield. And didn't see who got the ball.
That was Shields again.
Shields again, so he's going to be short. So 4th and inches. And they're going to go no huddle, probably quarterback sneak.
They're going to go quick, man. They're going to try and catch him off guard. And we've seen them go for this on. Oh.
We have whistles and a Sussex Central timeout.
Yeah, we've seen Morris really kind of sneak it in there in these kind of situations. This is a huge, huge series for Milford, and Coach Strickland's got to be proud of him so far, but he really wants to get a stop here and turn this game really back in his momentum.
And I think Coach Wells takes that time out there just to, hey, let's not hurry up and make a mistake. Let's punch this in right now.
Yeah, he's going to settle him down. He knows how monumental of I know it's early in the game, but this is a big, big play.
5:27 to play, no score. We're going to stay right here with the timeout. And the Sussex Central Golden Knights, Scott, they're just inches. Maybe your credit card between the goal line and the football.
And really, if you scripted these first 10 plays, this is about as good as it could go for Sussex Central. And they just need to finish strong. And for Milford, if they can get a stand here, get the big Mo back, get a little bit of momentum, Coach Strickland's going to be ecstatic. As happy as any football coach ever is. So what are you thinking? Sneak?
That's got to be sneak.
You also got a full backfield with the
Nope.
wishbone.
They're going to go with Young or Long. Touchdown, Sussex Central.
Yeah, it's 22. Andrew Long on 4th and inches. He punches the ball in, and he walked in. He could have kept going if he had to.
So 6-0 Sussex Central. 5:21 to play here in the first quarter.
And that was just a little bit of kind of straight ahead smash mouth football. I felt like the guard blocked down on that. He got a good push. The left side of that line got a good push. They opened up a hole, and Andrew Long just finished it off.
On the kick, number 33, Fajaco. And, wow, he may have kicked that one on the Harry.
Fajaco's turned into a really good weapon and a good kicker. I think sometimes with kickers, you don't know what you have till you get them in the game, but Fajaco's really responded well. The one game Ivan Neal had to kick as a replacement, and he actually was a good enough athlete. He did a really good job. But Fajaco's a legitimate kicker to me. He's an actual real offensive weapon for Sussex Central.
Let's take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back. Your score, Sussex Central 7, Milford 0 on the Andrew Long touchdown.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
And welcome back. 7-0 is your score. And Scott, we talked about that drive by Sussex Central. It wasn't bad defense by Milford by any means, but Sussex Central just, drove down the field a little bit at a time, a couple big plays, and punched it in from 1 yard out. Now Milford just has to respond.
And really what Sussex Central did really well is they do what they do. And they converted on a couple short down situations. And when their opportunities came, they really nothing bigger than 7 or 8 yards.
And this one's kicked deep, taking it about the 3 yard line. And that's number 3, Satchin, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
That's usually holding in that area.
Blocking the back, something you don't like as a return team.
Yeah, and he had a nice little seam. He was definitely matriculating the ball up the field. He was close to putting them in plus territory before that happened. And actually, we've seen some great tackles from the kicker of Sussex Central so far this year.
So ball out to the 35 right now, but Milford's already back in their huddled up. And blocked below the waist. So that's going to be a loss of 15 for the Bucks. So that's going to take the ball back to the 20, which is if it gone through the end zone where you would have had it anyways. Not a whole lot of harm there, but
yeah,
much rather have it out at the 35.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we're going to see 15 John Hudson.
Yeah, they made a quarterback switch tonight. We'll get to that here.
And this is a little bit of a different lineup. Looks like they're going to do trips to the far sideline. Looks like they got Kravitz and Mejia out there.
Pistol formation for Hudson. And split 3 to the top of the screen.
Oh, wait.
Looks to his left. Under pressure. Escapes, gets away. Incomplete pass. Let's set this Milford offense, Scott. Your left tackle, Le'Veon White. Left guard, Ashton Hudson. To center, George Huffnagel. Right guard, Adrian Rodriguez. Right guard, Desmond Alduga. Your tight end, John Case. Quarterback, John Hudson. Daenerys Horsey at the fullback. Charles Shorts at the halfback. A.J. Kravitz and Ryan Mejia are your receivers. Second down for the Bucks.
Yeah, Milford had Mejia across the middle on a kind of slow developing drag. He just couldn't get him. So they're definitely looking to get the ball out to the receivers here.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle to number 4, Horsey. And he's going to get it out to about the 20-yard line, gain of 3 on the play. Bring up second down. Let's set that Sussex Central defense for you at the ends. Kyle Custis and Kevon Burdell. Your nose guard, Nye Dorr. Your outside linebackers, Gabe Cannon, Ivan Neal. Your inside backers, Justin Negron and Chris Shields. At the corners, Andrew Long and Will Harmon. And your safeties, P.J. Henry and Reef Steen.
Yeah, and this is number 15, Hudson, the quarterback's first start for Milford. We talked about them making a move with Mejia. So we'll see if he's in the pistol that he can get the ball into some of the playmakers' hands.
Takes the snap, looks left, has a man open on like a bubble screen. And that's number 20, John Case. And he may have enough for a first down.
Yeah, and that's really what he wants Hudson to do. Bubble screens, get the ball out, quick hitter, a little bit of West Coast offense type stuff, play some trips, pistol with a single back. Really, if you're using the single back for a blocking back. But try and tire out the defensive line, get the rush going. And really, defensive linemen, they don't mind rushing if they get some sacks every once in a while.
That's right, get their hands on somebody.
But if they can't get their hands on somebody, they're not super happy.
He was short of the first down. 4th and 1 for the Bucs. They are going to go for a quarterback sneak. And they got it. First down for Hudson.
Yeah, and that's a really alert play. I mean, he definitely had the opening and had a little bit of seam, and it's good to see the guy take advantage of it in his first start. That's definitely a great play on his part. And for me, Milford really just got to get that momentum going, Benny. They just got to keep things going, and they just got to keep having small successes.
1st and 10 for the Buccaneers at their own 29-yard line. Sussex Central leads 7-0 on the first drive of the game. Andrew Long got from 1 yard out. And they have Mejia split wide to the right, Kravitz wide to the other side. Pistol formation with Hudson at the quarterback. And it's going to be Horsey up the middle, but nowhere to go, just a whole lot of white jerseys. Second down for the Bucs.
Yeah, the right side of that defensive line for Sussex Central got a
late
big
flag.
push. Yeah, that's usually a late hit or a
somebody
face
said
mask.
something, yeah.
Yeah, somebody said something.
Well, he threw it high in the air, so it's usually somebody said something.
Somebody from New Jersey said a bad word. That's usually what happens.
Unsportsmanlike on Sussex Central, so that's going to be a first down for the Bucs.
Yeah, so Milford's picking up some ground here, and they're a play or two away from being in really good field position.
So both teams penalized so far in this game for 15. Yeah, usually when that flag is that high in the air, referee took offense to it.
Yeah. And when you're putting your opening drive together, they say by any means necessary. So we'll take whatever we could get, is what the Milford side's thinking. So that puts them at about the 40.
Yep. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from their own 40.
So let's see if they try and air it out and take advantage of this. They have Kravitz up top and Mejia on bottom. And I'm liking this offense. This is a big switch from what they had before.
And fakes play action, looks for Mejia down the right side. He has to come back to catches it about the 35-yard line. First down, Milford.
And you just had a feeling they were going to air it out, that they got that play. They had almost a free play here, and they let it go. And when you got a player like Mejia on one side, you really can't double him, even though they had a safety over the top. Looks like they were playing off and gave him a lot of cushion. And Benny, he just found a little seam and slid to the outside.
Looked like the ball maybe even slipped. I watched him throw in the pregame. I was like, wow, this kid can throw for a backup quarterback.
Yeah, and when you got like a cover two, anything towards the sidelines is better than towards the middle of the hash where the safety's playing.
1st and 10 for the Bucs. Looks left, bubble screen, pulls it back, and try to run it, but he's going to be taken down with about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, and that's where you kind of just want your quarterback to get rid of the ball and make a play and live to fight another day. These young guys, they want to get out there and make every play happen. That's one you want to throw at someone's feet and just keep it rolling.
Good job by the young quarterback to see the pressure coming there on the bubble screen and pull it down. Yeah. 2nd and call it 14 for the Milford Buccaneers. approaching 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Sussex Central's playing a 3-4, and then they're playing their corners up, almost jamming on the 2 wide receivers, and then they're playing safeties over it. So you could see a little tight end action coming up here soon.
And this time they put in a little up back for Horsey. He picks up a couple on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Something they don't want to do, Scott, playing behind the sticks. You know, they got the big play on 1st down, and you know, and they went right back to the air game, but Central sniffed it out.
Yeah, so Central's still in that same kind of base defense, 3 down linemen. And they're getting some pressure with the 3 down linemen. You know what they say, if you get pressure with 3 down, no sense blitzing.
Right, exactly. 3rd and 14 for Milford. Mejia and Kravitz split to opposite sides. Hudson in the pistol. Hudson fakes a little play action fake, looking for Mejia on the left side. He's going to be dragged down. And they're going to call incomplete. That was Burdell, and it's going to be a, looks like we got that late flag, probably going to be intentional grounding.
Yeah, that's number 4, Jamel Watson. And he tracked that down from behind. When you get those backside sacks, that's when you see those strip sacks and those big plays. And really, as a Milford guy, that's what you got to worry about. You're kind of happy with it was just a sack and a intentional grounding compared to how it could have been.
Intentional grounding, and it's going to be a loss of down. 4th and long for Milford.
I don't see the change of personnel yet, so. Yeah, it looks like they took 15 out, Hudson, so Mejia's probably going to kick it. Central doesn't have anybody back yet, so they're waiting to see. Well, looks like Hudson's going back in.
Yeah, Mejia usually does the punting.
Yeah, so they could. It depends.
But at Lake, you know, they did some quick kicking at Lake Forest with Mejia, so let's see if they do it with Hudson.
Mejia's split out. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Nope, we're going to take a timeout. Scott, we're going to take one with them. Your score is Sussex Central 7, Milford 0. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone Home.
And welcome back to Milford. Coming in off the Milford timeout. The Bucks facing a 4th and 19. They showed their offense, and then they took a quick timeout. One of our sponsors, Scott, Sunbelt Reynolds. If you need some heavy equipment, give Sunbelt Rental a call. They're in like Delmar, Milford, Dover. I think they have a place upstate. Here we go, 4th and 19. And Hudson in the shotgun. Let's see if he just kicks it away. No, they're going for it. He's looking downfield. Has a man over the middle. That's caught by number 20.
Yeah, and you got to think
Case.
maybe strict coach is thinking, hey, what's the worst that could happen?
Right.
We're already kind of in bad shape here. And
Pick up with about 10 on the play. Sussex Central will take over on downs.
That's really not much worse than the punt. I mean, that's on the 32.
Yep, be 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 32-yard line. And like we said, the first 6 minutes, so Milford, they didn't respond with a score, but Scott, I thought they responded with a decent offensive drive. So it shows life. I said the first 6 minutes when you get punched in the mouth, do you have any life left? I think they still do.
I like what I saw out of them. I thought it was the early stages of a different look and feel. Nice tackle.
Oh, let's see who that was on the tackle. These burgundy numbers on pink is tough. I think that's Alexander. Number 11, Wilderson Alexander. No gain on the play, second down.
I mean, he came up with a head of steam and made a great play.
And they're running to Aladuge's side, so.
Yeah, and that's a lot of times you like to run at speed, so instead of trying to run away from it and let him chase you down on the backside, try and run right at it. But, you know, Alexander's a corner, so he's coming up and making plays in the backfield. That's a good sign.
2nd and 10 for the Golden Knights. 5 seconds to play here in the quarter. And it's going to be play action. Morris under some pressure, and he's sacked.
Yeah, that
Desmond
was
Aladuge. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, Sussex Central 7, Milford 0. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
In life, some things just go together. Like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. In life, some things just go together. Like a burger and fries.
And welcome back to Briggs Stadium. Milford gets on the board. Or not on the board, they get a big sack by Desmond Aladuge. And it's going to be 3rd and long for the Golden Knights as they come back to start the second quarter.
Yeah, and Sussex Central was looking for the home run. They were jamming the ball up the middle. They went play action. They got out. Morris got some pressure. He moved his feet, tried to reset the pocket, but Aladuge came flying up from his outside defensive end position and put Morris down for the big sack.
So 3rd and where's our box at? They're still trying to get the chain set.
It's like 3rd and 18.
Yeah, about 3rd and 18 for the Golden Knights.
I mean, that's a big play that Milford was really relying on. And we talked about in the pregame that let your stars be stars. And Aladuge is definitely the star. It looks like a misdirection,
Counter
Benny.
crisscross. And he's got some running room down the other side. And he's going to pick up a bunch of that. Gets it up about the 37-yard line for a 4th down.
Yeah, and long avoided a tackle that would have been for negative yards and ended up turning into something,
Actually,
a really positive
That
game.
was more of a reverse than it was a counter crisscross. It was
Yeah.
an outside handoff. 4th and call it 5 for the Golden Knights. Big pickup. Third pickup of 13 by Long.
Yeah, it's 4th down. And
Reef Steen on the punt. Back deep, Mejia.
I love that Sussex Central and Milford both have athletes that do some of their kicking.
And it's an end over end, bounces about the 35. And it's going to take a little Milford Central roll. And it's going to be 1st down for the Milford Bucks. And Scott, they don't get to score on offense, but the defense gets a big stop. And they're still in it 7-0 here in the second quarter.
I thought they had a little bit of a decent drive. It wasn't bad. They converted almost on 4th down. Probably the best, second best pass of the game. And they're looking to make things happen. And you could see it. You really could see it in Mejia. He wanted to pick up that ball and get a good return, but he was disciplined and let it go. So let's see what Milford can put here together, Benny. I think they're going to air it out again.
1st and 10 for the Buccaneers at their own 27-yard line. They trail 7-0. Mejia coming wide to our side of the field. Kravitz to the far side. In the pistol with an up-back. Hudson takes the snap, hands off to Horsey. Horsey with some running room off the left side. He's going to pick up a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Bucks.
Yeah, and after those last two big throws, it looks like the corners are playing off a little bit more now too, and they're giving them a little more room. So now they're really looking to take away the pass because they have 2 safeties and the corners playing off a little bit. So they're looking to shut down the passing game completely.
So gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Buccaneers. Buccaneers in the pink jersey supporting breast cancer awareness month. And we're 2 by 2 on the edges. Horsey to the left of Hudson.
Yeah, and they have the pistol with the single back.
Now he moves to the pistol. And it's going to be Horsey again. He's got some room on the left side, but number 52, Ivan Neal, there to make the stop.
I mean, Ivan Neal closed the gap. He had outside contain, and he had the outside shoulder, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play.
He also did a good job of stalking him so he couldn't cut on him.
Yeah, and he turned it back up, and he made the play.
Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 5 for the Bucks.
Yeah, Neal's having a really good game at guard and middle linebacker.
I talked to Wells on, I guess it was yesterday, and he said his one concern about Milford was Strickland's a CR guy, and CR they've always run the wing T, so he knew that he understood the offense and could cause him problems with his defense. Oh, a high throw picked off. Andrew Long with his 2nd touchdown of the game. A 27-yard interception return. There are no flags.
Yeah, that's a big pick 6 for Sussex Central. Went through the Milford receiver's hands, and Andrew Long just really picked up the laundry that was up there flying in the air, and he finished off that run, Benny. That's a big play. That's a big momentum swinger, and
right.
9:55 left in the 2nd quarter. That's a big play for Sussex Central. Andrew Long was very opportunistic.
And the point after team not quite ready to get on the field.
Yeah, coaches hate that. I think sometimes the pick 6s are what surprise the teams the most, is that, you're driving,
Coach, you said hydrate. You said hydrate.
Exactly. You're looking for your helmet. And
on the kick, number 33, Ibrahim Fahako. And holding on is number 13, Jace Payton. Snap's good, holds down, kick is up. And it's good. Sussex Central 14-0. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware. You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Congratulations.
And welcome back to Milford. Your score is Sussex Central 14, Milford 0. Pick 6. And not a bad, just a high throw. Went through the hands of Kravitz. And right there, it looked like 2 guys fighting for the ball. Long gets it and runs away. 27 yards.
And really, if you're Milford, say, hey, let's take a deep breath. We got the ball back. It's 2 scores. It's early in the game. Let's put together a good march. We had 2 decent marches before, so let's toss that one out. Let's have a short memory and let's make a play.
Fahako on the kick, back deep. Looks like
they only got 10. Here comes the 11th number. Yeah, so the guy, one of the up backs usually count, and when they start waving their arms, that's how you
somebody's
know.
Missing,
Yeah.
Deep kick. It's going to go into the end zone, taken by Mejia with 1 foot in high school. That's an automatic touchback. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Bucks.
Sussex Central messed around and found a really good kicker. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think he's been handling the kicking duties really well. And like I said, one of the games we saw, Ivan Neal was doing the kicking. So this is really a pleasant surprise.
So here we go, 1st and 10, Milford. Ball at their own 20. 9:54 to play here in the first half. Come out in the pistol with Kravitz and Mejia split opposite sides. Hudson takes a snap, turns to Horsey. Horsey has some running room on the right side, but no gain on the play as he cuts it out to the right.
Yeah, it's number 8, Kyle Custis on that linebacker on that play.
That's going to bring up 2nd down. Nice night out here tonight, Scott.
Really beautiful. I mean, this is what high school football's all about. It's really beautiful. And this field is incredible. I mean,
It's brand new.
it is brand new. It looks beautiful.
I think in late summer they put it in. So 2nd and 10 for the Bucks. This time Horsey goes to the left of Hudson in the shotgun. Split 2-2 on the edges. Hudson drops back, looks left, has a man open. That's Kravitz. Throws a little behind him. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and their timing's really a little bit off, only slightly on that quick in. Once your back foot hits, you really got to come out firing. So it was a little bit off, and he needs to get him that ball in stride so he can make a play.
Well, he's a young quarterback. His first start, he's going to learn the difference between throwing to an open receiver and throwing your receiver open.
Yeah, and that's really what you're seeing there. And I think what they were trying earlier with some of the bubble screens and some of the stuff, get him the ball, get Kravitz the ball, let him make plays is a little higher percentage than some of those quick hitters and deep ends.
3rd and 10 for the Bucks, pistol formation. Wing to the near side. Play action to Horsey, looking for Kravitz. Has him open. I'm sorry, that's Mejia. Mejia comes back for it. But right there to break it up is Andrew Long. Andrew Long having a game.
Yeah, he really is. And Mejia did a good job of coming back to that ball. I mean, it was underthrown a little bit, and he came back and made a really good play on it. But Andrew Long has been all over the field tonight as a cornerback, and he's been shutting down this outside here quite a bit.
Some scores, not much going on tonight, but in one other game here in Sussex County, after the end of one quarter, Laurel leads Woodbridge 7-0. Field hockey score in, Scott, the big one between number 1 Delmar and number 1 Cape and Lopen in the opposite divisions. Delmar 2-1 in the big field hockey matchup.
Yeah, and I think Delmar went up 2-0, and Cape Henlopen come back and cut it to 2-1, and then ran out of time. But you're talking about two heavy hitters. Here's Reef.
It's Steen on the return.
Steen.
Return of about 15. Takes it to about the Milford 40. 1st and 10 in Milford territory for the Golden Knights. Yeah, but getting back to that field hockey game, these are two teams that playing what's called the Bi-State Challenge, where they try to get the 2 Maryland State champs to come over and play the 2 Delaware State champs and usually win. The Delmar and Cape usually win that. Now they're matched up today, head-to-head.
Yeah, and both those programs just producing D1
right.
Field hockey players. Incredible. Just sending people to big-time colleges and playing people making national teams. And it's really two incredible programs.
Right.
And they're iron sharpens iron. They're making each other better.
That's right.
And to be honest, when they used to go head-to-head for the 1 state title, now that they're in 2 divisions, it's going to make it even harder to win a state title in Delaware.
Right. Long on the carry, gets the edge. He's going to go down to about the 20 out of bounds, pickup of about 7 on the play. And they're going to see each other again in the North-South game in the Hell 11 Conference in November.
And really, Delmar's actually pretty young. I was looking at the rosters earlier. They're pretty young, so they're going to stay competitive. And Cape does a good job of reloading. I think they had the offensive and the defensive D1 player of the year last year, and they reloaded, and they're top team in D1. So you're talking about two really, and the fans come out for those games.
Right.
And those fans, as much as you can know about field hockey, they know a little bit about field hockey.
2nd and 4 for the nice play action. Drops back, looks down to his right, has Steen open, catches it, touchdown Sussex Central. TJ Morris to Reef Steen.
You just feel like when Reef Steen gets a little bit of separation, he's going to come down with that ball. He's going to make a play on that ball. And that was a very similar play to some of the other big plays he's made, where he just kind of two-handed over the shoulder, gets separation, closes on the ball, and puts up 6 for Sussex Central Knights.
The Central goes up 20-0. Fajardo on the kick. Steen he's got this is the first year we've heard of this kid. He wasn't a big-time player from last year, but Scott, just looking at the size and speed, man, there's got to be some coaches at all levels salivating over a kid like that.
I think you can get that kid the ball. He can make plays for you. He's got really good hands. He runs good routes. And the biggest thing you look for is, can you get separation, and can you be in a position where they can throw you open? If you can't get separation, it doesn't matter what kind of routes you're running. But he's been able to get separation in every single game we've seen.
Folks, we're going to take another commercial timeout. Your score is Sussex Central 21, Milford 0, 8:27 to play in the half.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health-screened craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our company.
And welcome back to Milford High School. 21-0 is your score. The Golden Knights up by 3 scores. Nice playing there. I guess they're playing down, Milford playing up. This used to be a whole Northern Division game, and then when we went to the 3 classes, Milford in AA, Sussex Central in AAA. Benefit game for both of them. It's not a big trip. You don't have to go find an opponent from a couple hours away, so not bad to play up or down in class here. But, big advantage for the Golden Knights. And they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and kind of what we thought we were going to see is early drives, run, and then later on, once they got Milford to commit to the run, that they were going to come back with a play action, roll out, and make long passes.
And that's another touchback for Fajako. And he's trying to stable himself as one of the better kickers in the state.
Yeah, and we kind of thought we were going to see this as bad as Sussex Central played against Smyrna. They're doing everything right tonight. They're playing pretty much flawless so far this game.
Bucks back on offense here. 1st and 10 from their 20. And to have a kid like that, Scott, that because in Milford we saw them like force with a kick return for a touchdown. This kid's a weapon now. You're not returning that one.
Yeah, if you can take the ball out of your returner's hand, usually in high school you put your best guy back to touch the ball as many times as you can. If you can take that out of the game, you can change a big part of the game.
And remember, he's doing this with no wind tonight. Pistol formation. 2 slot receivers to the near side. Kravitz alone on the top side. A little bit of a broken play, and Central's just going to punish them for that.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play, and Hudson definitely took a shot for that.
That was number 3, Gabe Cannon, getting the sack.
Gabe Cannon's had a really great year. I mean, we've called his number a lot. He's been in a lot of plays. So he's going to be one of the better upper weights coming back in Sussex County. So, I mean, he's poised for definitely poised for a big year. He's
Right.
only a junior.
That's right. Loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15. This time in the shotgun. Horsey to the right of Hudson. 2-2 on the edges. Hudson looks quick to the right, has a man. That's Mejia, and just nowhere to go. I believe that was number 8 on the tackle, Kyle Custis.
Yeah, and kind of what they're doing is they got their corners on the outside guys, then they got their linebackers walked out on the slot guys, and then they got their safeties over top of that. So the bubble screen is really kind of taken away.
Right.
I mean, I like to see some different formations here. I think Sussex Central definitely has this offense figured out right now, and you got to come up with something to get something a little different, really to get Sussex Central off their game. I mean, down by 3 scores with 6:50 left in the second quarter.
3rd and 18, and we're going to have whistles on the play. Time out. Milford Scott will take one with them. Your score, Sussex Central 21, Milford 0.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
And welcome back to Milford. Coming in off the Milford timeout. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the top 10 plays of the week throughout the state of Delaware on our Delaware Live Sports Top 10. And we'll have the Ace Handyman Hardware halftime stats, all being collected for you by Dave Marvel. He is our statistician. Trey Mitchell, Matt Westcott on the cameras, and Scott Kammerer next to me here in the box. Milford takes her second time out. So they're coming out to a 3rd and 18.
Yeah,
I want to thank Athletic Director Nick Brannon getting us set up here tonight. Literally helped me carry some bags up the bleachers.
That's my kind of guy.
Oh, low snap on the ground. And he's got McCrabb is breaking open. But incomplete again, long in the area. Causing some problems. So 4th down for the Bucks.
I think you're going to see a punt here with the change in personnel. They've been going for it, but I think that might be the end of
Mejia
that.
dropping back to punt. Some of the night crew made the trip up from Georgetown. Sussex Central student body.
Yeah, Sussex Central's always gotten really good fan support. Milford crowd, good and strong here for a Thursday.
Well, and considering they have an away soccer game and an away field hockey game tonight. So, short snap here for Milford, and player coming off the field. I don't know if anybody's going to come back on or not.
Yeah, and Central's got one player back, P.J. Henry.
And we're going to get a delay game penalty on the Bucks.
So Central's going to wind up in really good field position again here.
Right. I'm talking about a 10-yard snap here, maybe 12.
Yeah, I mean, that's 4th and 18 on your own. Kicking from the end
He
zone.
may got a piece of that. I think a Central guy got a piece of that. It goes out of bounds at about the 18, so 1st and goal or 1st and 10 for the Knights at the Milford 18.
Yeah, a situation like that. I mean, you got the short drop back for the punt. That you send them. You know what I mean, there's
send him to his right foot.
There's no downside to that. Even a rougher would, but running in wouldn't get you a first down anyway. So, I mean, it's a great time to sell out and go after it.
1st and 10 for the Knights. That's actually at the 16.
So we'll see what Sussex Central does here.
In the Lasher red zone.
In the Lasher red zone.
Wing T formation, wing to the right side. That's long. He's going to drop straight back, look to his left, looking for Steen. And incomplete. Nice play. Let's see the numbers that broke that up.
Yeah, you had to think they were going to come right back, go for the jugular, go for Steen, get some separation in the end zone.
I look for Alexander on the breakup.
Yeah, but that was really good. He was in his hip pocket.
He was.
Went up at the right time and deflected the ball. I was a little worried he wasn't going to get turned around time, but he definitely did.
2nd and 10.
I bet they're going to go back to the quick hitter right here.
There it is. Guard trap. Shields. And Shields going to pick up about 5 or 6. And it's going to be a Sussex Central 3rd down.
So this is I'm going to say this is 4-down territory, even though I think they have a good kicker and they're capable of making it. Just from watching Sussex Central this year, they're thinking it's 4-down territory.
Sure. Brings up 3rd and, as soon as our box makes a stop there, it'll be a 3rd and 3.
They got the one wing, 2 guys in the backfield.
Shields again.
Yeah,
and nobody's touching him. Touchdown.
Yeah, another guard trap. Finish off that drive.
Touchdown, Sussex Central.
Yeah, and you knew when they got it in such good field position that it was going to be really difficult to stop them. I think Milford did a really good job on the first drive, getting them to be in a couple of 4th-down situations and them converting. But here, the last couple drives, Sussex Central's really been kind of having their way on the offensive side of the field. So that'd make it a 4-score game.
And we got, we're going to have a delayed game on Sussex Central.
Oh, they're not going to like that on the sideline. Somebody will be doing push-ups for that.
So on the hold is number 13, Jay Speeden. Cannot see who the center is. And for Hako to kick the long extra point. Good snap, ball's down, kick up, and that would be good from about anywhere. Extra point is good. 28-0. Sussex Central. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Looking to stay cool this summer?
At Barclay Heating and Air, we're dedicated to keeping your home comfortable year-round.
Family owned and operated, we provide trusted residential heating and cooling services to customers across Central Delaware. Our experienced technicians offer reliable maintenance and repairs on all major brand HVAC systems. From air conditioners and ductless systems to heat pumps and furnaces, we also sell and install top quality units. No matter your needs, we're committed to getting the job done right with honest and timely service you can count on. Invested in our community, we're proud to help families in more ways than one, sponsoring and donating to many local programs and organizations throughout the area for dependable HVAC services. Give us a shout or a bark at Barclay Heating and Air.
And welcome back. 28-0 is your score. And the Golden Knights to kick it away. This time, not going to make it. Going to take it about the 2-yard line. That looks like number 7, Owens. He ran one back against Lake Forest. And he's going to get out to about the 33. 1st and 10. Milford score in from Woodbridge. Laurel up 14-0. Scott, they only lost 2 games last year, and that was playing up in class. 1 to Woodbridge, 1 to Delmar. It looks like they're going to take care of one of them tonight right now, up 14-0.
Yeah, they're rolling this season, Benny. And, you know, watching this return, Owens looks like a threat every time he touches the ball. He gets it up to about the 35-yard line after catching on the 2. So he definitely did his part to get the ball in the territory where Milford could hopefully put together a nice drive here.
Remember at the Lake Forest game, he caught it on this side, went up the middle, found his seam, and went to the sideline on his long, 80-some-yard kick return.
Yeah, the junior from Milford's definitely a threat with the ball.
1st and 10 at their own 34.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a bunch formation to the far side.
And it's going to be Horsey.
They run right at the bunch, so that's they're just trying to get some extra blockers out there to get a hat on a hat.
But Burdell brings it down from behind.
Yeah, that's the problem with that. Usually you don't seal off the backside. You say, hey, if that guy can make the play, he can make the play. But you at least like to chip him a little bit or see something on that backside. But you kind of saw it coming where they were doing that 2x2 for the last drive, and really they couldn't get any traction with that. So you got to come out with a different kind of formation and looking for a bunch and overpower and man up here. I'm going to get Al Duque and another couple blockers out there on the right side.
Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13 for Milford. Trips to the near side. Mejia alone at the top of the screen.
Yeah, it looks like they only got 2 guys out here, so we're running the zone, and they get the ball to the open guy.
That's Case, and he's going to get it out to about the 38.
Yeah, it looked like Sussex Central actually had like a miscommunication because they had trips out here. They only had a linebacker and the cornerback out here, and the safety was still playing cover 2, so he was playing deep half. So I think that was a little bit of a miscommunication. And that's what happens when you mix up if you move around formations sometimes, because your coach drew it up and told you exactly what to do on a couple formations, but you can't cover everything in the week leading up to it. So
gain of 8 on the play. 3rd and about 5 for Milford. Now they're going to go trips to the top half of the screen.
Yeah, same kind of situation. They got a linebacker and a cornerback out there, and they got the safety Rafe shaded a little bit.
Throws over the middle, up in the air, incomplete.
Yeah, they had that out route. They had a man open on the outside. I don't know why they're coming back across the middle in the triple coverage.
Right.
But sometimes you lock on a receiver, and that's where you think you should go.
That was Mejia. Came down awkward.
Yeah, and he kind of came across the middle in the triple coverage right into the middle linebackers. All 3 of them dropped straight back. Usually they'll drop like on an angle and try and cover the curl, but all 3 of those guys dropped straight back in this situation.
Ryan Mejia, a 3-sport athlete here at Milford, Scott. He was a 145-pounder last year, and he also plays on the baseball team.
Yeah, he's had a good little wrestling career, man, and he's a tough kid, and we've enjoyed watching him in a lot of different sports. And you don't see the 3-sporter as much anymore.
No. I was many years ago, I was talking to the late Mike Schoenwolf up at Cesar Rodney and riding around his golf cart one night. I don't remember why, but I was riding around his golf cart with him. He was going from one field to the other, and he said, talking about three-sport athletes, he says, say what you want, but three-sport athletes is what makes your schools and what makes your athletic programs.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes those guys, like, you know, you're a solid guy in one sport, you're a star in the other, and then you take the other season off. But it's when they play that third season that it's that extra little bit of oomph to get you through. And it's hard with specialization now, and the travel ball coaches want you to play, and it's so expensive, and you know everyone's chasing the college scholarship, and I think, like, you know, you forget about what's great about high school sports. You know, is playing with your team, playing for your school, and trying to win state titles.
He was a three-sport athlete, as cross-country, wrestling, and then baseball. And Coach wanted to move him to the infield. And he said, Coach, after wrestling season, man, left field's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, or pinch hit, I'll take that. Or
yeah, just give me a uniform, a glove, and a bat, and I'm fine. I don't need a whole lot of excitement.
Yeah, I was a two-sport athlete, and they always said, why aren't you a three-sport athlete? I said, I really
tired.
No, I wasn't good at anything else. You know, I wasn't good enough to make the team in the third season. So I was like, I'll just lift.
So we're going to go ahead. It looks like he's moving, but it looks like they're going to look at him a little longer. So we're going to take a commercial timeout, folks. We'll be right back.
Here at Grip and Mac, we've been serving the Eastern Shore since 2015. We're all about bringing you fresh, quality ingredients. We do fresh pasta, paninis, soups, and salads. We try to be all-inclusive, vegan, gluten-free options. We do a little bit of something for everybody. In the summertime, we make a little over 200 pounds of pasta a day. You can come in and buy fresh pasta. You can bring it home. We're doing curbside pickup right now. A lot of take-to-go. We even have DoorDash if you need it delivered to you. We like to bring you good food fast and not fast food. Here at Grip and Mac, we've been serving the Eastern Shore since 2015.
Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier?
Well, that commercial was timely. Premier Physical Therapy. He able to walk off on his own. Can't speculate, but they took his helmet off while he was laying down, so it tells you it's not a head or neck injury. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. He did fall kind of awkwardly. So here we go, 4th and 5, or 4th and 4 for the Bucks.
Looks like they're going to punt it.
Yeah, looks like they have Hudson back to punt this time. A little bit of a low snap. He gets it off. High floater.
I think they got a hand on that one too, Benny.
And going to get down about to 34, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, and the Golden Knights are looking to put together another drive.
4:10 to go here, and that's a good wing tee drive, 4 minutes. But they'll start their own 34.
Yeah, and they got the ball to start this half, so Milford will get the ball to start the second half. So you won't see any, hopefully, of that where you finish off a drive and then you get the ball right back, which is usually a game killer for the opposing team.
Knights come out of the huddle, first play of the drive, 1st and 10 from their own 34. Double wing formation. 13, Pete, split to the far side. Motion goes away. Handoff up the middle. This is, I believe, number 5 on the carry, Malik Bell.
That's Aldougie on the tackle. They ran right at him again, Benny. And Milford's still playing the same defense where they got 10 guys up in the box and 1 safety playing over top back. So they're crowding the line and looking to stop the run.
That's something Coach Wells thought he might see, is them pack the box and make him throw the ball. And we saw what happened. They can throw it. The touchdown pass to Steen. 2nd and 4 for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, Steen is a dangerous threat. He's a possession guy, but he can also break the long play.
There's Bell again. I tell you, when you replace Shields with Bell, you're not taking a step back. This kid's just as good. Maybe even a little bigger.
Yeah, and that's number 58, George Huffnagel on the tackle. He's a junior. Yeah, and Bell's a little bit of a bruiser. He's a bit of a load to bring down, and he's not who you want to see late in the second quarter, right before halftime, coming at you.
3rd and about 1. It's going to be Bell again, but he's hitting the backfield. No gain on the play. 4th and 1 for the Sussex Central Golden Knights.
It looks like it was number 4, Horsey, on that tackle, coming in from his linebacker position. And that's what you like to see when you got that many guys in the box to take your linebackers and let's play in the other team's backfield. Let's make the plays there and not try and play catch them when they're coming through the line with a full head of steam.
4th and 1, full house backfield. The Knights are going for it. And it's going to be the third man through, and that's going to be enough for a first down. That's P.J. Henry, Sussex Central, first down.
Yeah, P.J. Henry picked up what he needed to get there, and that was number 5, Richie Florestal on the tackle. He's a senior.
Approaching 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Sussex Central on a drive, ball at the Milford 49, 1st and 10.
Yeah, they're getting a steady dose of Bell and Henry on this drive.
Coming up at the half, we'll have our top 10 plays on Delaware Live Sports throughout the state this week. And then towards the end of the half, we'll have the Ace Handyman halftime stats. Play action. Oh, he's under pressure. Throws it. And that's picked. That's Owens on the pick.
Yeah, that's number 7, Keith Owens, the dangerous return man. Looks like he was catching a punt there.
Right.
And I thought he had one guy really to beat here coming around the outside. He was he had the whole side of the field. And really, Morris was under pressure. Again, it was the same kind of situation. He avoided one guy. He kind of stepped to the side in the pocket. He let it go, probably an ill-advised throw.
Yeah, maybe in a closer game you eat that.
Yeah, and Owens really came up really with the first real big play for the Milford Buccaneers of this game.
Something positive for the Bucs. Maybe, hopefully it's not a little too late. But it's 1st and 10 for them at their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have trips to the far side. And, again, looks like they're a man short. So it looks like they're going to give up the short stuff.
Hudson under pressure by Burdell. Throws incomplete. Looking for Case over the middle.
Yeah, nearly picked off. I just feel like Hudson needs to get out, get his shoulders squared up, and throw to the trip side.
Hey, I tell you what, he does go through his progressions because that's twice now he's come back to his backside help. But under serious pressure on that one.
And he was under serious pressure really from the beginning. But really the best way to slow down that rush is to just keep getting rid of the ball and keep forcing them to go back to the huddle and being like, man, I'm getting tired.
2nd and 10. And it's Horsey up the middle. It's got some running room out to the left side at the 50 and out of bounds. Hit by number 22, Andrew Long. He's at the Sussex Central 45, 1st and 10.
Yeah, great run by Horsey. Another tackle by Andrew Long. I thought for a minute they were going to knock down the Gatorade bottle and go flying into the cheerleaders. But Long pulled up at the last second. So Horsey breaking off a nice chunk.
1st and 10 is only the second time they've been in Sussex Central territory.
And this drive feels a little different. I mean, it feels a little different for the Milford Buccaneers. It feels like they're getting their feet under them here.
Again, trips to the far side. Hudson last back looking screen here maybe. That's what it is a screen to Horsey, but it's going to be incomplete. Sussex Central, good job. Shields sniffs that out and stays back.
Yeah, and they had it set up really perfectly with 2 blockers down the field, including the guys for the trips coming across, and it was a little too high for Horsey to handle.
Trying to see if Mejia, he's not sitting on the bench anymore. He's not back in the game, so I'm trying to see if he's okay. 2nd and 10 for the Bucs. Pistol formation, trips to the far side. And it's going to be Horsey again, same play. Picks up about 3 or 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and Horsey's starting to get into his groove, and he just needs a little bit of a seam to find his way through the line. He's starting to pick up 3, 4, 5 yards on every carry, and that's really all you could ask for. He got tripped up by Cannon coming through the line. Otherwise, it would have been a serious gain.
40 to play, third down. Hudson drops back again, looking to the left side, has a man open, incomplete. That was intended for John Case. Correction, that's not Case, that's 18, Heath.
Yeah, Norquan Heath. And really, it was one of those throws, actually a well-thrown ball. It was between the sideline and the receiver, and that's when they tell you, hey, put it where only your guy can catch it. If he can't catch it, nobody can catch it, and that's really what you saw in that play.
4th and about 7, 32 seconds left on the clock.
You got Kravitz to the near side.
We're going to go 2-2 out here. Drops back, looks left, down the middle of the field. He has Kravitz breaking open. First down for the Bucs down at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it's funny. When you saw Kravitz come out to this far side with the single coverage and the cornerback really took another step back and gave him some room, you knew he was going to him.
Clock's running, but the chains aren't set. And they're going to clock the ball, make it second down. Milford had one timeout left. Not sure why they didn't use it there. They burned off about 15 seconds.
I thought it stopped on the first down.
I thought so too.
So 7.3?
7.3 to play here.
Big play for Milford. What do you dial up here in this case?
Well, if you throw to the end zone, you got 2 plays. So I'm going to my man. I'm going to number 0.
Yeah, maybe a fade in this near.
Or Case over the middle.
Yeah, Kravitz was limping a little bit after that last play.
But if you throw it to Case over the middle, he has to get into the end zone.
Yeah, don't throw it short.
They got Case at tight end. And Sussex Central going to take a timeout. Scott, we're going to take one with him. We'll be right back. Your final 7.3 seconds. Sussex Central ahead 28-0.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone home. For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home.
Welcome back. 7.3 to go here. Sussex Central up 28-0. Milford does have a timeout left, so if they do decide to run the ball, Scott, like some type of draw or something up the middle, they can call a timeout and get a second play. They could probably throw the end zone twice.
Yeah, I think I go to the end zone twice. I throw a little out here to the near side with Kravitz and then come back and do it again. Not very imaginative on my part, but I like to play the hot hand. I mean, a draw wouldn't be a terrible misdirection, too, but you got to be ready with that timeout.
We're finishing the timeout, but now we're having a discussion amongst the referees.
Yeah, I think Strickland was saying the same thing we were saying. Like, they didn't signal on the field, they didn't signal to stop the clock on the first down.
That's correct.
But, sometimes it's a big play, you run it down, you're like,
Trying to mark it.
Trying to mark it. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Mejia coming back to the sideline. So that's good news.
Yeah, no helmet's not great.
Oh, his helmet's on the bench.
Oh, it is? Okay, great. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go trips to the far side and 2 on this side. So they're going to go 5 wide receivers. Empty backfield, 4 linemen. Going to have a lot of choices. Oh, my.
And he's going to get it off with 3 seconds to go.
I mean, for a 5 receiver set, that was kind of a slow development play. And Central was able to get some pressure on Hudson.
Burdell again.
Yeah.
So last play of the half here. 3:3 to go.
Yeah, Kayvon Burdell has been having a great game.
He's one of the better ends that we've seen this year. You know, we're gonna get to see him a lot.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good ends, and to me he's been the total package that we've seen. He's got a high motor. He plays hard. He gets separation. He doesn't let those tackles get into him too deep. He jumped.
Over the middle, he's got Case. Touchdown. So they must have been listening to me, Scott. Case over the middle.
Benny, absolutely. I think that you made a great call on that. Case over the middle. I was screaming for Kravitz in the corner, but they came back and hit Case in the corner. Beautiful play, and Hudson really read that great.
I'm looking at Kravitz right now as he walks off the field like,
I'm
tired, man.
Yeah, he's made a couple of great plays. But Hudson did a great job on that, and he went through his progressions, and he hit the open guy that was right over the middle of the field. And he didn't have a huge window to fit it in there.
So on the kick, number 2, Legros.
And Central had 6 guys on the goal line, so they dropped to the goal line.
And they blocked that. So, Scott, before we go, updated score in Bridgeville. Laurel 21, Woodbridge 0. Like you said, the Bulldogs on a roll this year. And we'll be right back, folks. Coming late in the half, we're going to give you our top 10 plays of the week around the state and followed up with our halftime stats. So we'll be right at you. Thanks for watching Delaware Live Sports. We'll be back at the end of halftime.
Here we go. It's time for your Delaware Live Sports top plays of week number 4, presented by BSN Sports. Let's get started at number 10 with Newark Charter. Jordan Williams to McKenna Ritchie to Leela Saylor for the point. There it is. First it's Williams, Ritchie able to get it up, and then Saylor over for the point, and Newark Charter getting us started at number 10. On to number 9, it's Malik Pinkett here first. We got 2 plays for you. He's going to get the toss on the outside, make a defender miss there, and then he's off to the races. A 40-yard toss for a touchdown for the freshman from Red Lion, Malik Pinkett. Now over to Dover, Jaquan Kilby. How about 1, 2, 3 missed tackles, and then he's going to be able to get into the end zone. 2 big 40-yard touchdown runs there at number 9. On to number 8. Again, another fantastic field goal. This one from Sam Crossan from Red Lion. A 46-yarder in the elements at home against Milford. Able to bury it. The longest field goal to date in the state of Delaware. On to number 7. Head over to that Smyrna offense. Brian Wright to Nolan Fretz. This is how you high point a football. Wright going to put it down the sideline way where his receiver can go get it, and Fretz leaps up, pinpoints it, and hauls it in. Catch it at his highest point, young guys. Over to number 6 and Dover. You heard from Kilby. Now how about Nasheem Cosme here? This time, he's going to fake it and keep it himself. See you later, Cosme. When you got Kilby, that'll fool the defense. He's going to be off 10-5 into the end zone. Dover clicking on all cylinders right now. Over to number 5 in Delmar, Jalen Johnson is going to break one off here against Woodbridge. They fake the quick hitter, then get it to him. He's going to make the safety miss, and then here comes the speed. Down the sideline for Jalen Johnson, untouched, into the end zone early in the first for Delmar. On to number 4. Got to see this one up close and personal. Evan Budinger to Kyle Manley. These two continue to do it all season long. Here's a straight 3-step drop back, one-on-one coverage. Let him go get it as Manley goes and makes the catch. And then here comes the yard after the catch. Reverses field into the end zone for the first score of that game. Red Lion looking good in that win over Milford. This one courtesy of Wilmington Friends Athletics. This is a game-winning goal. Sawyer Rowland to Cora Lowcamp. There's the pass. There's the finish. There's the game winner. Again, Rowland to Lowcamp, and Friends gets the victory. Over to number 2, Jacob Ziegler here. This one courtesy of WSAL. Hodson looking back to pass up 7-0. Can't find the receiver. Instead finds Ziegler, who's going to go the other way. 70 yards, turning it into 6 for the defense. What an interception return for a touchdown right there for Salesianum. Over to number 1, this one courtesy of James Simmons Sr., and why not when James Simmons is going to do this for Mount Pleasant. Here's the kickoff. He'll field it around the 18. Going to look for some blockers, jumps over a little hole there, and then going to get to the sideline, to the 40, to the 30. Has a few defenders there, just uses the speed to blow right by into the end zone. A huge kickoff to the house for James Simmons as your top play of the week.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis. Strong connections, strong service. High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings in
Christiana location here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local, college, and professional stuff. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the day, top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch, whoa, going up. He went to 4.12. He left the first there at 4.4. I mean, those ups right there are. You can't eat this stuff up.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notification so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
And welcome back. Hope you enjoy the sights and sounds of the Milford Buccaneer Marching Band. It's time for the halftime stats, brought to you by Ace Handyman Services. As Nick Peeler up in Dover, he covers Kent County, Sussex County, and southern Newcastle County. Give Nick a call, 302-272-5049, for all your fix-it-up needs. So, Scott, as we can see, Sussex Central, I guess the pick six kind of throws off the stats a little bit, but 147 yards of total offense, 30 through the air, and 117 on the ground, 6 first downs and 1 turnover. Milford, 108 yards total, 89 yards passing, 19 rushing, 5 first downs and 1 turnover. Your individual leaders, Chris Shields for Sussex Central, 9 carries and 55 yards. Long, 6 carries, 39. He has 2 touchdowns, and so does Shields. But one of Long's was on the defense. And Henry, 5 carries for 21 Horsey for Milford has 9 carries for 26 yards. Number 20, John Case for Milford, 4 catches for 38 yards. Mejia has 1 catch for 19. Steen has the 1 catch for 30. That was a touchdown. And then Kravitz had the big play at the end of the first half that led to the touchdown, the 32-yard reception. Hudson, 7 of 17 for 89 yards. Morris, 1 of 3 for 30, but that 30 was a touchdown. Scoring in the game, 2 touchdowns by Long, 1 a pick 6. Steen with the catch, Shields with the run, and then Case with the touchdown pass at the end.
Yeah, looking at the stats, it's not as lopsided as you would think. Sometimes you're surprised when you look at the stats. Other times, it's totally what you expect. But for a 28-6 game, Sussex Central only has 1 more first down than Milford, 6-5. Turnovers are the same, and they only have about 39 yards more total offense. So it's really not indicative of what the score is. Long has had an incredible game. He's got the 2 touchdowns, the pick 6. He's been all over the field. He's been a shutdown corner. He's had a really good game. Super impressed by Steen. His separation and his ability to get open in tough situations, his ability to catch the ball in tough situations. And like we said, Case has really been the bright spot so far for the Milford Buccaneers. He absolutely has. And I think their last drive, I felt a lot better about it. I felt better about their momentum, and I feel like they're clicking on what works with Hudson in his first game. Sure. He went through some of his progressions and really did an excellent job and found the open receiver. And they've had success with the trips running both the near and the far side. So we're hoping to see a little more from that. And for Sussex Central, they need to keep doing what they're doing. And I think the biggest stat for them is rushing yards, 117, and 3 touchdowns on the ground.
Right, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Absolutely, and that we're expecting to see more out of them, where they're going to try and control the ball, they're going to run it, and if Milford gets too tight up in the box, they're going to go play action on them. That's what you're looking for out of Sussex Central. And what you're looking for out of Milford is, hey, what did we do good? Some of the stuff we did good were the trips where we split people out. We were a man up. They didn't have quite the right coverage. They tried to go with a safety over, and we got a couple openings. And getting the ball to Case down the middle of the field on a couple throws, getting the ball to Kravitz, that's really what they did well. Horsey's done a good job running the ball. He's been a thorn in the side of the Sussex Central defense. So we're hoping to see a little more of that out of him here in the second half.
Both teams back on the field. We're getting ready for the second half kickoff, folks. We'll be right back with you in a second. And we're back. Time for the second half. And it'll be Sussex Central kicking it away. And if you're Milford, Scott, you want to take advantage of that big momentum swing you had right there at the end of the first half. Those last 20 seconds, and maybe a big return here by Saturn or Mejia. It looks like Mejia's back. Or is that no, that's Owens.
Yeah, and it'd be really nice for them to flip the script on them a little bit, where Milford had the last drive scored. Now they're going to get possession and look to do some good things.
And Owens is going to take it at his own 5, drops it, picks it up, and there's a whole bunch of Knights there. And he's able to pick up about 4 on the return.
Stood up on about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, he couldn't get to his blocking when he dropped the ball and had to pick it up.
Sometimes when we drop the ball, we've seen that a few times. You drop the ball, everyone freezes. There's a breakdown on the defense, and you can make a play. The exact opposite happened on that play.
Right. Good news. Ryan Mejia is back. He is playing, so wasn't hurt. I think he just got the wind, maybe knocked out of him. So thankfully.
Yeah. So he's back. Of course, if that happened to me or you.
Oh no, 2 weeks, easy.
Weeks. Yeah. I couldn't watch TV for 2 weeks if that happened to me. So, maybe they go to him right here. Looks like they got trips on this side, and looks like now Sussex Central made an adjustment and they're shading their cover 2
That's
safety
Horsey
over.
up the middle. And he's following the big tackle, Aladuge. He picks up about 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and you got to play to your strengths. The right side of the Milford line has had success really all season, so they're going to try and run behind that a little bit. And you'd like to see him get the ball. And Case is emerging as really been the go-to guy in this game, which has been really nice to see that they got like a third option. That makes you not as one-dimensional and predictable, and you can mix up your formations a little bit.
2nd and 6 for the Bucks. Hudson drops back, looks over the middle, has Mejia. Mejia makes a move. He's got the first down, takes it out to close to the 35. First down, Bucks.
Yeah, and that's what you like to do is dial up something. You know, you're in the locker room at halftime. You're like, hey, we're getting Mejia back. Let's dial up something for him in the first 5-6 plays. Get him the ball in space, let him make some plays. And that's good to see. He's back in the game and making plays, Benny.
First and 10 for the Bucks. First drive of the second half. They trail 28-6, but they got that 6 on the last play of the first half.
Yeah, and the Milford fans, looks like their student section is waiting for something good to happen, and they're wearing all pink.
There you go.
You know why they're wearing pink?
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
There you go.
Second down, loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13 for the Buccaneers. And we talked about these two schools. They a little bit of a rivalry in wrestling. Is past couple years back and forth. And different divisions, though, in football.
Yeah, and they've actually had some good baseball games, too. I've scouted a few of their games, and they're both 2 really strong programs.
Hudson takes a snap, looks down the middle, throws to number 4, Horsey. He's had it for a moment, and then it was dropped.
Yeah, P.J. Henry came flying in on that coverage. He closed in a hurry on that, and that was almost a major collision. But he actually went ball hawk on it instead of headhunting. That was really a nice play.
Incomplete pass, no gain on the play.
Yeah, and sometimes what you have when you have 2 deep safeties, they're playing deep halves, and that long seam route right down the middle of the field, the safeties can't decide who has them, and sometimes that can confuse them. But in this case, Henry just closed on him and said, that's my guy, and he broke that up nice.
And breaks a tackle, throws, incomplete.
Dangerous throw.
I will tell you, Hudson, after not that throw, but the throw forward, seems to be gaining some confidence, Scott. That was a nice ball he threw down, and that was broken up by Henry.
Yeah, that seam throw, he stepped into it and really he definitely stepped into that throw and let it go. It was really a well-placed ball, and typically you're not going to make that a safety's not going to make that kind of play in high school, so it was a really good play on Henry's part.
So Mejia back to punt. 4th and 13. And that looks like Steen back to return. And they're missing somebody. They're going to take the delay, which I think is smart. Take the delay if you're punting as opposed to burning a timeout for a punt.
Yeah, minimizing your mistakes, and the biggest mistakes that the coaches hate to see is on long touchdowns when it gets called back for holding or something.
Right.
I think this kind of stuff, you could take I mean, you don't want it, obviously, but, as a coach, you could take it with a grain of salt, like, live to fight another day type stuff. It's the long runs that get called back for holding.
And Mejia gets a nice floater, and it's going to be fair catch, almost muff, but Steen able to pull it in with those, as you refer to, sticky hands.
Yeah, he's got sticky hands.
There's Coach John Wells, 200 wins a few weeks ago. He's looking for his 201st here.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to have a lot more wins.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights here in the third quarter. Their first drive, 9:25 to go. They lead 28-6.
It's like Bell in the backfield.
It is Bell. You'll see him most of the second half. That's a sweep here with Henry, and somebody wrapped him up.
Yeah, that's number 11.
That's Alexander.
Yeah.
Went up, nice ankle tackle.
Yeah, that's Wilderson Alexander. He's the cornerback, number 11. He's a junior. And I think that's really like the second or third open field tackle he's made coming up from his cornerback position. And really, Henry had some room on the outside, and he really needed to beat him to really pop that for a long one. But Alexander made a great play.
2nd and 7. Motion comes to the near side. It's going to be sweep with Young. Cuts it in, or excuse me, Long. Has a seam, and he is no flags. He is gone. Touchdown, second or third of the game for Andrew Long.
Yeah, and you see that a lot. They try to jet sweep to one side. They almost broke it. Guy made a great play on it. Heck, come back and let's run it to the other side. And it was there. It was wide open, and he Long put on the after jets, and that's his 3rd touchdown.
Got a text during halftime, Scott. We were talking about the turf. And Wayne Hurd, big Milford guy, said the new turf was completed the day before the first game this year. So no time to spare.
Yeah, but as long as it's done the day before, it's totally fine. That's like if you ever want to get a project done at your house, schedule a party. Because then you know for a fact you'll get the deck built before the party or whatever, you know. You got to schedule a party. That's how you get stuff done.
The extra point is good. You're the Sussex Central Golden Knights lead 35-6. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone.
In life, some things just go together. Like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
And we're back. Sussex Central to kick it away. Fahako kicks it deep.
Yeah, they got Owens and Horsey back. That's Owen. That's Horsey.
And he's going to push ahead out to about the 18-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Bucks. They got a little drumline battle going on the far side, Scott. They've drawn a little crowd over there.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're Milford, what do you got to do to really get rolling here, and kind of what are you looking for?
I think you're looking to get 1% better at least. You know, you ended on a high note. You kind of had things going, had to punt. Now it's hey, let's try to get this ball to midfield and see if we can get a score in before this game's over.
Yeah, and I think having some success running Horsey behind Alduge and using that as your jab and softening up the line a little bit, and then coming out and throwing to your wide receivers and the trips has really been what's working for them. So we'll see if they go more to that. And like you said, they really just need to get a little bit of momentum going and kind of build on that. And for Sussex Central, you're looking really to put the dagger in the jugular.
Absolutely, because you got some big games coming up. You got Dover next week. You got Cape and Lopin after that. You still have to play Middletown and St. George's and Appo.
Yeah, like really I think what Sussex Central would like to see is stop them, score, and then start playing some of the backups. That would be like the ideal situation from them. And for Milford, you just want to keep it competitive, stay in the game, build momentum for next week.
I'll say Milford maybe not in such a hurry. Yeah, if they don't have the ball, they can't score except for the pick six they had earlier in the game.
Yeah, I mean that's one way. Ball control offense is one way to do it.
3rd and 11 for the Bucks.
Run that play clock down.
Play action, And he has Kravitz. 50-50 ball incomplete. That was Henry on the breakup. And that's going to bring up fourth down. The play call. Gets that ball a little less air under it, and he probably has Kravitz in stride.
Yeah, and I thought for a minute he was going to lead Kravitz to the outside. The ball kind of drifted back to the inside, which is where the safety is. Earlier, Hudson made a couple good throws where he put the ball between the receiver and the sideline, which when you have a cover two safety, that's really where you want to put it. In this case, I think it drifted in, and Kravitz got a hand on. That was really it. But it was a well-thrown ball. It was a nice, tight spiral, well-thrown ball. Just placed a little bit off.
I think one thing you do if you're Milford is find out why you're constantly having guys run on the field late on punts. And Steen's going to fair catch it at his their 47. They've had 2 delays, and just then they got a guy on right at the right time.
Well, coaches will tell you that's a mystery.
Yeah, and it happens there. We see it all the time.
It's a riddle wrapped in enigma.
Yeah, and what is it you do Thursday and at practice and Friday before the game? You do your walkthroughs.
Yep.
And never been to a program that didn't.
I think where you get jammed up sometimes is like you're getting a drink or you're getting treatment or this and.
Or
Usually
you're just not paying attention.
Well, usually they say, hey, if you're the first teamer on it, if you got something going on, tell your backup, tell your second teamer guy, hey, be ready.
Right. And here we go, back to action. 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights. They're in Milford territory. They lead 35-6. Next touchdown is running clock. Central going to the had long open.
Yeah, and really Milford was not in the right defense they wanted, and they were trying to rotate over, and it was just a miscue. That would have been a running clock play right there.
2nd and 10, ball at the Milford 47. Golden Knights looking for one more score to get this clock running and
yeah, the Central line has
bounce back from last week's loss.
Yeah, Central line's done a really good job tonight, Benny. They've been getting a good push. They've been opening up the line.
Bubble screen of Steen, and Steen has enough for the first down. So that'd be 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights.
And Steen is not an easy guy to bring down.
No,
he's
a big kid.
He is a big kid, and he moves well, runs great routes, got good hands. Turn that up and went for yards after the catch.
Ball at the Milford 36. Morris in the shotgun, looks left, throws, and that is tipped. And are they going to say backwards pass? No, they're not. They're going to blow the whistle.
That was a forward pass. Sometimes when it's not going your way, you can't get that lucky.
But the referee did blow the whistle. I think he was looking around to see if anybody else was going to blow one.
Yeah. You know what they tell you when you're reffing? Just do it with authority.
Right.
Sell it. You got to sell it.
Sell the call,
You got to sell the call, man. And baseball umpires, a lot of it's how you look, how you dress, how your shoes are shined. That's a big part of it. Look the part.
2nd and 10.
Long in motion.
Yeah, it's going to be speed sweep.
Yeah.
Oh, he cut that up nice. He's going to get another one.
Is that 4 for him?
He's looking for some pizza.
Yeah. I mean, he's making a strong argument that he should be player of the game for Louis Pizza.
Well, he was the player of the game the last time, but we never got his picture because he was deuced up and out of the stadium in no time, and we couldn't catch him.
Hey, the man's got places to go.
That's right.
He can't be messing around waiting for 302 Sports to take his picture. He's got people to see.
Obviously too fast for us.
Man, that's fine. Keep it moving, young man.
Fahako on for the extra point.
Yeah, so that's going to be a running clock with 5:20 left in the third quarter.
And the snap's a little high. Gets it down. Kick is up. And it's good.
I'll tell you what, Fuaka's had a really good game. And the last couple games we've seen him, he's done a lot of different things. He doesn't stress it. That was not a great snap. The holder took a second to get it. Fuaka kind of redid his little drop, and he he put it through the uprights. He's done everything Coach Wells has asked him to do.
The clock's on a run. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout, folks. Your score is Sussex Central 42, Milford 6.
We're all about bringing you fresh, quality ingredients. We do fresh pasta, paninis, soups, and salads. We try to be all-inclusive, vegan, gluten-free options. We do a little bit of something for everybody. In the summertime, we make a little over 200 pounds of pasta a day. You can come in and buy fresh pasta. You can bring it home. We're doing curbside pickup right now. A lot of take-to-go. We even have DoorDash if you need it delivered to you. We like to bring you good food fast and not fast food. Here at Grandpa Mac, we've been serving the East.
Who's a 22 and who's...
And we're back. We're under a running clock for Hako. Kicks it deep to about the 2 and picked back up. But this time it's to the near side where he's got some blockers. That's Mejia dancing around, gets it out to about the 22-yard line, caught the 23. First down for the Bucks.
Yeah, and starting to cool off a little bit, Benny. That cold air is coming in. The clock's running, and this game's picking up the pace a little bit here. We got a guy down on the field.
Over towards the middle of the field.
So Milford's got possession here.
See if we can get a score from over in Bridgeville. It was 21-0 at the half. No change. .446 to play in the third quarter. Laurel 28, Woodbridge 0. So the Laurel Bulldogs, 2 losses last year. One came to Woodbridge and one came to Delmar. They avenged one of those tonight. And Scott, we'll have the Delmar Laurel game at the end of the season.
Yeah, we've been watching Laurel a little bit on tape. They can play.
Yeah.
I mean, they can play. And for a class
A, single A.
Single A,
right.
They got athletes all over the field.
Yes, they do. We're going to see them. I will see them with Dave Frederick on, I think, next Saturday for their homecoming. And then you and I will have them again at the end of the season. That's a little bit of a rivalry, of course, when you're only like 8 or 9 miles apart. And that's number 22, up under his own power, Gage Williams.
Yeah, if you're ever looking for a good time, go to a Delmar Laurel wrestling match.
Yeah, I streamed one time.
I think
what a battle!
The best one we ever did was, I think it was Milford Laurel.
Yes, down at Laurel.
And it was a blackout, and they had all the, glow sticks and everything.
Right, and it was messing my camera up.
Yeah, and it was great. That was one of the craziest matches ever. And Laurel comes back and beats it, and Milford won the state title that year.
Right, that's right.
It was a crazy pin, too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we were calculating.
I think it was an overtime pin.
Yeah, we were calculating the points. I was like, there's no way they can win. They had an overtime pin. It was crazy.
So Hudson in the pistol, 2x2 on the edges. And Sussex Central starting to put some reserves in. And it's going to be a handoff to Horsey. Big stiff arm running down the sideline. He's going to go out of bounds across the 30, but he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, and that was number 11, Cody Layfield, coming up and putting the big hit on him. He's playing the safety on this side now, it looks like.
It's a nice first down for Horsey.
Yeah, you got Garrick Statler's in, playing one of the quarter positions on the outside.
Hand off to Horsey and just met at the line of scrimmage. Actually, a step in. It was like number 89, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say 99. Andre
Shepard.
Got to go all the way down to the end.
Yes. And Sussex Central was one of those big rosters where I had to cut and paste.
That's all right. Good play for the young man.
I mean, like not cut and paste on a computer like elementary with tape and scissors.
That's all right.
They don't make 11-inch or 8.5 of 18.
Yeah, it looks like Shepard, the number 45.
Oh, Horsey up the middle. He's got some room. Steps out to the left and gets it across midfield. First down, touchdown, saving tackle by Layfield.
Yeah, Layfield in on the second in the last couple plays. He's in a tough situation there. Had to make the game, the touchdown-saving tackle, and he did.
Puts the ball at the Sussex Central 49.
But on the previous play, it was also number 45, Nadarian Dorr, in on that. He's a junior.
Yeah, that Central defense is young, Scott. A lot of juniors on there. That's going to be number 18 on the carry, and he goes nowhere. That's Heath.
Yeah, then Layfield come in and cleaned it up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Again, I want to thank Athletic Director Nick Brannon getting us set up in here tonight. Milford always a good place to come. Not far from home. Nice little trip back.
Yeah, keeping with the young guys, number 16, Sam Pucci's in on. He's a junior. He's in on that play also.
Looking down to the left, that's Kravitz, incomplete. I think next week Milford gets a bye week, and Hudson's only really had a week of reps, and when they get back to playing people in their division, this kid with 2 weeks of reps under his belt, Milford could be a little different team coming out of their bye week.
Yeah, I know it's 42-6 going to the fourth, but I actually like the way Hudson's played, and
Right.
he showed me a lot of promise. He showed me some really good things. He throws a nice tight ball. He stepped up in the pocket a couple times. He actually threw with authority on the one where Horsio almost got decapitated by Henry.
Right.
But I like what I've seen from him.
You also got to remember they're playing the number 4 team in AAA. That's going to be a pickup of about 3 on the play, and I think we're going to come to the end of the third quarter. And we are after end of 3. Sussex Central 42, Milford 6. Folks, we'll be right back with the fourth quarter after this commercial timeout.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the Raw Bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
And welcome back to Milford, 42-6. Clock is running here in the fourth quarter as Sussex Central takes a 36-point lead.
Yeah, that was number 42, Jaden Dorsey, and on that last play, he's a senior, and on the stop.
So 4th and, call it 7. Ball in Sussex Central territory at the Sussex Central 46. So coming up after the game, we'll have the Active Pest Solution Pest of the Game and the Louis Pizza Player of the Game, plus our post-game stats brought to you by Ace Handyman out of Dover, Nick Peeler.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about the Louis Pizza Player of the Game.
Yeah, I think we kind of got a guy. Oh, nice ball down the middle. Has a receiver breaking open, Mejia. And right off the fingertips. And I tell you what, Hudson had a man in his face when he let that ball go, Scott.
I mean, you gotta think that what you're seeing out of Hudson is some really bright spots. Man in his face, put the ball right down the middle of the field, right off the fingertips. Yeah, I'm really starting to like what I'm seeing out of him. But going back to I feel good about the player of the game, who we're thinking about. But the pest of the game, that's up in the air right now.
Yeah, there's a lot
we got
of
a couple choices. We got
Mm-hmm.
we got some real choices on that one. And pest is a positive thing, and we're saying that the pest is they cause problems
Like
for
a
the other
thorn in the
team.
side.
A thorn in the side.
But we didn't have a florist.
But we didn't have a florist. So if you're a florist out there and you're watching this,
Yeah,
and
we'll have the thorn in the side of the game.
You
How
want to
about
be the
that?
thorn in the side. We're looking at you guys for a sponsorship.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights. Ball at their own 45. Motion. And a number on the carry. Number 19 is now in at quarterback. That is welcome Uzziah Kelly to the game. And I never did get a running back number on that. A lot of new jerseys coming in and off the field.
Yeah, they're coming in and out in a hurry now.
That's big number 5, Malik Bell in the backfield. And that's going to be a reverse and got knocked down by his own man.
Yeah, that was awkward.
That was 16 on the carry.
Yeah, that was
Samuel Pusey.
Yeah, and he was playing a little bit of linebacker in the last series too, so he's only a sophomore.
I think he ran into a pulling guard.
Yeah, I think he got hit by the pulling guard, which that means you either were running too fast or too slow. In my case, it was always too slow. In his case, I think he might have been running too fast.
3rd and call it 7 for the Golden Knights. It's going to be the Bell, and he gets stuffed. He hits and spins and runs away.
I thought he was done for. But
And Bell's going to race in for a Sussex Central touchdown.
I mean, he was bottled up there, and he just busted out.
And I saw him do that at Hodgson. The kids, he can pick him up and put him down. On the kick is Fajardo. 48-6 is your score. And Fajardo, he's been good all night.
Yeah,
I hope I don't jinx him.
Yeah, he's been good all night. Bell's had a really great game. He's been if you were to have the workhorse of the game,
right?
Bell would be your guy. Oh, you could make a running for Fuaka as the pest of the game.
He kind of, yeah.
He's been. I mean, usually you don't have somebody kicking that many extra points. I mean, 49. He's made what? 6 of 7.
He's 7 of 7.
7 of 7.
Absolutely. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone home. For over 50.
And welcome back to Milford. 49-6 your score. Sussex Central with the lead. Clock is running.
Yeah, and what we've really seen is a lot of wholesale changes. And it really was kind of what we thought Sussex Central was going to be looking for early on in the third quarter. You know, they needed to score a couple extra touchdowns, get it to a run clock, get their backups in, start getting ready for some big 3A matchups or coming down the pike. So that's really what you've seen happen.
Kicks it deep, and that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Milford's ball, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, and this really kicking game has really emerged as a strong point for Sussex Central. We knew they had a good defense. We knew they could get the ball to Steen. And the kicking game is really a different aspect of what we've seen. I mean, you really didn't see that against Smyrna, when they got shut out 22-0. But this has really been kind of an eye-opener for me. I've also been really happy with the way Bell plays. I mean, it's hard to get it's hard to find much wrong with the way Henry plays.
Right.
I mean, he's had a great game. I mean, Andrew Long with 4 touchdowns.
Right.
It's hard to be too upset with his play
Right.
either.
Fajardo, not just his 7 for 7, Scott. And Kravitz on a 50-50. That's going to be picked off by number 13, Jace Peden. And he's going to return down to about the 24. Sussex Central ball.
Not a terrible throw, though.
No.
Just a little shaded to the inside where you let the safety get to it. I mean, that you almost want to go back shoulder a little bit on that one. But not. I mean, it was a good thrown ball, well down the field.
Going back to Fajardo, what has he taken away from Milford special teams tonight?
I mean,
kicking the ball inside the 5.
He really has. I mean, you haven't had a chance for many returns. He hasn't given them any field position, so to speak, and he's made every extra point that I can remember.
Yes, he's 7 for 7.
I mean, when's the last time you saw that in a high school game?
Right. Usually you get a bad snap or something, but
yeah,
no.
And actually, a couple of the bad snaps, he converted them anyway.
Right. So we have another new quarterback in the game. That's number 15, Bradley Chavez, the sophomore. And let's see who that is on the carry. It may have been Bell again.
Yeah, it was Bell again. Yeah, I mean, when you're going 3 deep at the quarterback position, you're still going to hand it to Bell.
Well, Bell's going to check out of the game.
Yeah. They might have been like, wait a second, we left him in? Get that kid out of there.
Yeah, who left him in?
Yeah. Let's, give him a couple extra carries, pick up some extra stats, and get him out.
3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Sussex Central with the ball in the Lasher red zone.
And you got 44, Torrey Jones. He's a 9th grader. He's in, too, for the first time.
Torrey Jones. One of my ex-wrestlers, Scott.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Gave up wrestling to be a football player.
Well, he's in at the wing.
I would think no matter what.
Might come back to it.
Yeah. Coach Miller's chasing him down the hallway because he's not a very big kid. He won a couple elementary state titles. And
oh, really?
Played basketball in middle school and just I got his little cousin wrestling for me now.
Who's that?
Ty Aramaki, 6 years old.
Oh, I know him. Yeah. In wrestling, you get to know all of them.
That's right. And there goes Torrey Jones off the left. Oh, you got to put your head down, young man. I'm going to talk to you about that next week.
Yeah, he got out of that corner, and he was thinking about a cutback. What do you think? Face mask?
There might be a block in the back out there. But, young man, put that head down, get the extra yard. Get to that pylon.
Yeah, 1 or 2 extra yards helps. That'll make it third and about, 7, 6?
But, hey, he gets his name called on Delaware Live Sports.
Yeah.
High school football. And it's going to be either a block in the back or a hold.
Or both.
Right.
So we got 1:52 left. So with the running clock, a couple more plays.
Yeah, driven Torrey Jones to a lot of wrestling tournaments, let me tell you.
Oh. See if they give it to him again, Benny.
Yep, he's going to be the lead blocker on the toss. And it's going to be number, 16?
Yep.
On the carry. Pusey again?
Yeah, Pusey again. He's a sophomore. So, I mean, they got some good young guys in there at skilled positions. They're putting a little bit of a sustained drive together.
I'm going to say give it to my man Jones around the left end. He got some speed. His last carry, no stats because it's a penalty that wipes it out. He had about a 6-yard gain.
He'll remember it, though. That's what's important. What do you think? Jet sweep back to the
yeah, under mint. Oh, no, they got him on the short side. Yeah, it is. You caught it, jet sweep. And Jones jab steps, looks out, and he's going to be pulled down from behind. Turnover on downs.
They had it set up, though. They had it set up for a jet sweep to the wide side. I think he was thinking jab step him instead of turn on the jets and just try and make the corner. But you know, when you jump that from middle school to high school,
yep.
you know, it's a little bit different of a style.
15 to go, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. Come back with some stats. Our Louis Pizza Player of the Game and our Active Pest Solution Pest of the Game. So stick with us to see who the award winners are. 49-0, and that's it. That's the end of the game. So, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notification so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
And welcome back here to Milford. Your final score, the Sussex Central Golden Knights 49, the Milford Buccaneers 6. And got some post-game stats brought to you by Ace Handyman in Dover. Total yards, Sussex Central 290, 37 in the air, 263 on the ground, 8 first downs, the 1 turnover. Actually, 1 turnover, correct. Milford 55 total yards, 104 passing, 51 rushing, 8 first downs, and 2 turnovers. In the individuals, Long, 7 carries for 75 yards. Shields, 10 carries for 107. Henry, 6 for 23. And Bell, 3 for 58. Horsey was 18 for 51. Case caught 4 patches for 38 yards. Steen, 2 for 38 with a touchdown. T.J. Morris was 206 for 37. And Hudson was 8 of 23 for 104 with the 2 interceptions. Let's go to our Active Pest Solution Pest of the game. The ants are on the screen. Active Pest Solutions, all around the state, pretty good company. I know they take care of my termites and ants and snakes and other crap I have around my yard. Scott, who is our Active Pest Solution Pest of the game?
Yeah, so we went with actually, this is probably the first for us, right?
Second. No, I've done it before.
For a kicker?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went with 33. Ibrahim Leva Fahaka, a 10th grader from Sussex Central. And talk about the pest of the game, really it's kind of hard to game plan for a guy like that. And actually he, besides the running game, he really was a big difference in this game.
Right.
He gave Milford bad field possession really on everything, and he made 7 of 7 extra points.
Right.
I don't know what else the kid could do.
No, I mean, and like
pretty good.
when he wasn't kicking it through the end zone, he was putting it down inside the 5 and putting Milford, inside the 20 each time. And they were having enough trouble getting it going, much less making them go 80-plus yards. So let's go to our Louis Pizza Player of the Game. And our Louis Pizza Player of the Game is number 22, Andrew Long. 4 touchdowns tonight, Scott. 3 on offense, 1 on defense.
You know what? This kid did everything. He might be driving the bus home.
That's right.
I mean, he scored almost at will, scored 4 touchdowns, accounted for over half the points for Sussex Central, and he played really shut down corner on defense. He did a great job playing defense. They knew Milford was going to have to come out and throw if they were going to beat him, and Andrew Long stepped up to the game. He really had a great game. He did an incredible job. Henry had a good game. Bell had a good game. Morris did what he had to do. Reeve Sheen did what he had to do. They all did what they had to do. But the really guy that stood out this game was Andrew Long. 4 touchdowns, shutdown corner, pick 6.
Right.
Kid did it all.
Folks, next week we'll see the Sussex Central Golden Knights again as they will host the Dover Senators in a Delaware Live Sports Top 5 matchup. The Set All Concepts pregame show starts at 6:35 with kickoff at 7. But wait, that's not all. On Saturday, it'll be a homecoming at Laurel as the number 1 ranked Bulldogs in Class Single A host the number 3 ranked Odessa Ducks. The Set All Concepts pregame show starts at 11:30 with kickoff at noon. College football this weekend. The Blue Hens are headed to Williamsburg. The 5-0 Blue Hens headed to William & Mary, who's 4-1 for a 3:30 kickoff. Dell State's idle. Big College game day game, TCU 4-0 at Kansas, 5-0. That's a noon kickoff. And another game of interest, number 17, Texas A&M at number 2, Alabama. That's a wrap for tonight's game of the week. For Trey Mitchell, Matt Westcott, Dave Marvel, and Scott Kammerer, I'm Benny Mitchell. Thank you for watching, and have a safe-filled sports weekend from all of us here at Delaware Live, powered by 3O Sports. Good night, Delaware sports fans.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard.